All right, let's go for a walk. We have kind of a war zone out here, obviously. Lean-to has been super nice to be able to grill out whenever I want. We've got to get all this driveway stuff figured out. If you haven't noticed, everything's wet. Rainy season here, just continuously rains and rains and rains and rains and rains. What you up to?
Can I use my earrings for my LOL doll?
You want to put your earrings in your doll's ear? Are the holes already pierced in the doll?
Yeah.
Sure, go for it. All right, what was I just doing? I'm trying to get more concrete washout because this stuff is good, this red sand stuff is good for establishing form and shape. And then I want to put the washout on top of it. And the reason is the washout doesn't really allow water to go through it. It just rolls off the top of it, which is what I want. I want to shape everything with the sand and then protect everything and build it up with the washout. So when the time comes for the washout, which will hopefully be next week, then I'll have to scrape some of this gravel away, put washout on top and put the gravel back, and I've got more gravel over there. Anyway, this is just part of it. On this side over here, all this material that I pulled away from the structure, this was just to kind of sort of let the guys who are building the shop have a little bit more access here. And basically what I did is I scraped the goo away, leaving low spots that hold water, which is not what I want. So I've got to pull all this low spot back up to the shop. These piers are getting a little bit, I'm a little concerned about these piers not having enough material on that side and them shifting. So I've got to get this done sooner rather than later. It's just too wet to really do anything. So the plan is to go maybe a lane and a half, maybe one really wide lane, and then dig a swale left to right, or I'm sorry, right to left in this orientation. Basically in the middle of all this muddy mess so that the water can go into the swale and get out over there. Now, water will get out over there if I give it a place to go to get there. The problem is I've got all this other stuff in the way. So this is a complete order of operations thing. I need it to dry out, and I also need all of these logs and root balls or whatever. I need to start putting them into the shooting range berm backdrop as quickly as I can. I gotta get these moved so that I can focus on water getting out. So today is what, Tuesday when I'm recording this? Tuesday the 17th. Thursday we're supposed to have the beginning of 5 days of no rain. Here's my little bridge over here to take the dogs. So Thursday, 5 days of no rain. Hopefully during that 5 days of no rain I can focus on the outside stuff, getting this going. The inside stuff is what we're focusing on today and tomorrow. As soon as I get back from putting this out, I want to put this right in front of the trail camera that I have, because we've already got a bunch of wildlife on camera. Here's that natural ditch I was talking about. This is the original four-wheeler trail, and it takes water all the way out of the clearing that way. So I just have to basically tie into it and create a couple swales in here to funnel the water this way. But all this stuff is too burnt, too chewed up, too whatever to be used, taken off on the for a sawmill. So it's going to be perfect material for the backdrop of the shooting range. Yeah, we need to facilitate this water path a little bit more. On this side of that opening right there, on this side, I want to cut this ditch a little bit deeper and keep it going, because about as far as you can see that way, where it gets the dents back into the woods, on the left hand side of that is another rut system from old four-wheeler trails that does take the water out of here. This is the spot that we initially wanted to have our fruit orchard. I actually put it in one of our videos. I think it was the lane shark video where I was clearing this trail with the lane shark. I think as I turned this corner, I had the camera over there and I shined it back over here, and as I drove through, I had future fruit orchard displayed on the screen. So all this was supposed to be fruit orchard, but everything worked out better for the other side to be the fruit orchard. So this is back on this side of the clearing, looking back that way. Man, that shop looks good over there in the distance. Ah, yeah. One of the things that I want to do, and of course there's 15,000 things on the I want to do list, is start walking around with my camera with some photography lenses on it, and just start taking more pictures, right? I'm documenting everything with video, but it'd be nice to kind of freeze some memories and freeze some moments, I guess you could say. Get some good photography shots. This I've got to work on getting it water out of here, because on this little trail right here we have more old logging tracks or something or other. This one has a crown in the middle and 2 ditches, and on this side right there is the start of a past agriculture drainage. They did tiling drains around this property. So here's the start of a man-made ditch. It gets the water that way. Hey, here's the Christmas tree I cut down. Still haven't moved the base of it just yet. I gotta get all the limbs and sticks off of this, and that's some pretty good usable cedar posts. Let's go this way. This is another good resource to have on the property, is all these cedar trees. I forget the exact type of cedar, type of juniper, but these are the ones that the heartwood smells so strong, real aromatic cedar. So it'd be cool to basically wood chip all this into a pile to where we could really utilize the wood chips for this, for like dog bedding or something. Someplace that doesn't really smell the best, to make it smell better. I don't know if it's showing on camera, but this trail's got a wonderful crown. The top always, no matter how much rain, the top always stays nice and dry. Well, it's not dry right now, but it's not soggy. This is I think day 3 of 5 consecutive days of rain. No, it's day 4 of 5 consecutive days of rain, something like that. Tomorrow's our last day of rain. Now, I don't know if the camera's showing it well, but right in front of us, the trail goes to the right, but it also looks like the trail goes to the left. The trail itself goes to the right, but the left is an animal run, a deer run. So this is how I found the location to put the trail camera up. So they're coming through over here. Visually, I can clearly see, I don't know if it's shown up on camera, but visually there's a clear path right there that animals are coming through. And this was just super chopped up with deer tracks. There's some right here actually. Now it's too wet, so they're just getting mushed back together. But I noticed, I was like, wait a minute, this is animals. There's all kinds of deer coming through here. Let's figure out where it comes out on our existing trail system. So this is a trail that was always here that I just kind of unearthed by running through here with the tractor and rotary cutter. Still need to widen it out a little bit to get it back to its original state. It looks like it's just overgrown. But this is clearly a trail. Trying to find tracks. There's all kinds of... There's a deer track right there. Deer track. These are pretty fresh. More fresh trail tracks. So we have seen, I believe we've seen a 5-point, a 6-point, and a 7-point buck on here. It's kind of hard to determine that. The image quality of the camera is not the best. All right, that's a big old spider web. Let's get the spider web down. All right, so the trail camera is right there on the pine that just got exposed. Right there, there's the trail camera. So this original trail kind of dead ends into the man-made trail, the one that I cut through here myself. Let's jump over here. What was that? I think a frog just jumped in there. Oh, big old spider on me. That spider web stuck with me. think I just knocked it down, that or it's in my shirt sleeve, one of the two. So that's my camera. This is the trail that I cut through here. So the deer never knew this trail existed, and then one day they showed up and they're like, wait a minute, there's another trail. So what I'm seeing is a lot of the deer will come from behind me, get to right about here where they're like, wait a minute, and they're looking left and right. And they're like, okay, this is a little bit different, and then they go. So another thing that told me that there's a lot of deer running through here is, I don't know if you can see it, but in between these two bigger pine trees, there's two other saplings in between those two. And right in the middle of that on the ground is a deer tree climber, right? A hunting tree climber. There you go. You can see it better here. So half of it's up at the tree, half of it's down at the ground. I went over there a month ago and yanked up the piece that's on the ground. It's been there for a long time, many seasons. There was all kinds of roots and stuff growing through the metal base that is on the bottom side. So somebody was hunting here years ago. It hasn't moved, and it's clearly hasn't been used in a long time. So they had a good position. Deer's always coming from behind us, going through this way, going into that field. That's a, I don't know, 20 to 40 acre field that they put soybeans in this past season. So they're coming through here naturally. This is a great hunting spot. My camera picks them up as they're coming through here. And what I think I want to do is put this shooting directly this way. And it looked like on camera that this would be a good spot right here. It's a little bit high, no standing water. I think it'll be fine. And this is such a small one. I did like a Walmart pickup, and I didn't realize how small this was. I just clicked on the one that I saw. All right. Let's see if that gets anything new on camera. I think I'm going to end this video by just playing a bunch of the footage that I've caught on the camera. We've got deer, raccoons, bunnies, one or two foxes, a pair of coyotes, many doe, a few bucks. A lot of wildlife right here. Oh, I think there's also a possum on there too. But anyway, that's it for this video. I will catch you in the next one. You guys have a great day.